Today we're going to show you how to replace a camshaft position actuator on a 1.4 liter GM engine. Full disclosure, I'm an IT guy, not a mechanic. So here's the tools that you're going to need. The one you probably don't have is an inch-pound torque wrench and the E10 socket. I had to go out and buy those, and there's links in the description below. The first step in any car repair is to remove the negative battery cable. I like to take mine off and put it in a Ziploc bag so that way I make sure that it doesn't make contact when I'm not looking at it. I chose to remove the airbox. You don't have to, but it gave me a little bit more room, so I did. The first step is to remove the mass airflow sensor. You pull out the clip and then push down on that little piece while you're pulling it out. That'll release it. Then remove the tube from the intake manifold and pull the airbox out. Now there's one little drain plug that you got to pull out at the bottom. Just give it a yank and it comes right out. Before you remove the camshaft actuator, you need to make sure that you pay attention to which direction the connectors are going. Don't put it in 180 degrees backwards. Next, remove the connector on the camshaft actuator by pulling down on the tab and then pushing down on it while pulling to get it to remove. Remove the two bolts using the E10 socket. Now gently pry the camshaft actuator off using a flat-bladed screwdriver or some other scraping tool, just moving it a little bit at a time as you go around to pull it out. Once you get a little bit of a gap, give it a little wiggle back and forth and you should be able to pull it right out. Now my camshaft actuator isn't broken, it's just leaking oil, so I'm going to replace the black O-ring, and I can do that for $8 versus $40 for replacing the whole thing. Now it's a good idea to clean everything out to make sure it mates correctly and doesn't leak the next time. Now we're ready to put the new one on. I've got the new O-ring as well. Now make sure that the connector is going the same direction it was before, and you wiggle it back on, back and forth, and push it in. Then using your fingers, replace the bolts to make sure you don't cross thread. Get out your inch-pound torque wrench and torque each bolt to 71 inch-pounds. Make sure it's not foot-pounds or you'll definitely break it. Replace the electrical connector and make sure you clip it back in. Now we'll go through the steps of installing the airbox. The first step is to reconnect that drain plug you removed previously. Then make sure the grommets fit into the adapters there, push them on in. Reconnect the mass airflow sensor. Connect the tube back to the intake, make sure you tighten down those bolts, and reconnect the battery. The last step is to start the car. Make sure your check engine light doesn't come on. Drive it for a little while, check for leaks, and you're good to go. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.